there's an ability of the system one. Actually, I don't use. I'm trying to get off that terminology of the implicit system. Here's the thing. I want to describe the brain. I only need three things: observer, observed, observation. Now, I could use more, but I don't need that. As long as I have that triad, I can give a reasonable baseline metaphor. And then if you're interested, you can learn more. So anyway, the structure of the brain is the same. And guess what? The brain is constantly processing signals. And as a result, it needs to be able to process itself to make sure it's stable. And over time, the brain becomes aware of itself. It knows its structure. So the brain is actually self-aware before you are. And once the brain becomes self-aware, you can start to calm yourself down through this activity, for example, and other activities. You can increase your heart rate. And as you reduce the base stretching of your body, or sorry, the base tightness of your body, and you get yourself into parasympathetic and you balance your body back down, what happens is inflammation goes down. All the noise in your body, by noise, I just mean the necessary the need to spend energy to send information all over the place, information, food, protein, whatever, micronutrients, macronutrients, all those things reduce as your body is able to simplify. And what that means is those signals become louder. So in the act of doing this, you're repairing the system so that it can repair itself. And then once you do that and things quiet down, I forget what it's called, but the system one preloads expected images that you're about to see. So if it notices a pattern, it projects an image into the ocular nerve, and then that preloads your brain for seeing something. Once you can actually experience that, and you can when you're calm, once you can experience that, if you're already sort of visual like myself, and I've already been working with visual models in my head, then I'm able to get sort of rough images of a brain, which is basically the way I'm interpreting it is my explicit and my implicit brain are able to communicate. And as confirmation, my implicit brain has picked statistically relative stuff in the implicit, the implicit part, no, the explicit part of the brain, let's say. I'm not sure. So the brain itself, the whole thing. So it's picked enough stuff to build up something that it can do an approximate projection into my ocular nerve to let it know it's talking to me, because it was aware before I was. My body was aware before I was of many things. And so eventually, whatever this is that's talking to you became aware of the brain becoming aware of itself, and then it became aware of the fact that there's another triad. And that is good night for the Paradox Diaries.